I like this song a lot. I like it because the singing in it is cool. I like weird. It reminds me of Sigur Rós. You ever listen to Sigur Rós? Sigur Rós is a Icelandic band, and they made up a language for their vocalists to sing, and it kind of reminds me. The vocals remind me a little bit of that. Also, it reminds me of the music from the Monster Hunter village in Manhu 3, I think. That kind of hurdy-gurdy. But yes, yeah, Sigur Rós, totally. Like maybe a less post-rock version of Sigur Rós. Definitely worth checking out if you like this song. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the desert. Also, if you're looking for some sweet jams to make out with your sexy friend, Sigur Rós' great makeout jams. I promise you a 1 to 12% increase in the sexiness of your makeouts.
Mindless chatter drains energy, 9S. Please keep your comments reserved for mission-related topics.
Yeah.
That's right. Come for the video game scream. Stay for the makeout advice. Smooch tunes. Listen, having a good smooch and tunes playlist is very important. Very important. You can't just put on Slayer. I mean, unless you can. In which case, rock and roll. Do your thing. Well, so if they designed a language for the music of the game, but then things are still called the Pacific Ocean, it makes me wonder who's singing this? Who's supposed to be singing this? Also, I'm pretty sure humans are extinct. That's my opinion. That's what I call smooching 2005. Yeah. Smooch Jams 20XDX. What are other good smooch jams? I really like a band called the Album Leaf. Album Leaf is like some good. I'm giving away all my good secrets here. My secret smooch jams. Shit. Right, just meant to invoke a reaction. Oh, I see. So it's a stylistic shout out rather than like it's meant to be music from the world. All right, let's go this way. Listen, I'm a multi-talented individual. I'm not just good at talking about video games. I'm good at suggesting cool tunes to make out to. This is the factory. I feel like I'm in the wrong place. What else is good? Fleet Foxes, who have a new album now. Fleet Foxes, Andrew Bird also. See, I like relaxing, like I like kind of like quiet, like slightly post-rocky, like smooch jams. I'm not big on the like, you know, R&B, like let's get sexy smooch jams. Though I get that that's a thing. I could fully, like, if I was hanging out with some cutie and they were like, yeah, check this out. We're gonna listen to some of this kind of smooch jam. I'd be like, all right, I feel that. I'm into it. I also think it's like driving a car, right? The person whose house it is, whoever's like couch you're macking on, they get to pick. They get to pick the music, unless you're like making it on your parents' couch, in which case, don't let your parents pick. Having having like inappropriate smooch jams come on while you're making out is like also pretty funny. Like if you can take like a little giggle break to laugh at how silly it is that you're making out to like, I don't know. I mean, also the other thing too, like you gotta be, this is the thing, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful about if you're making out to like a Spotify playlist and that Spotify ad comes up because you don't know what it's gonna be. You don't know what's gonna happen. Could be an ad for like Squarespace, and like I love you Squarespace, but you're not good to smooch to. All right, now I'm just running around thinking about making out. I'm totally not paying attention to the game. I only make out to Squarespace ads. Ooh, girl. This is one of those Blue Apron ads. Let's do this shit. Let's do it up right. Okay, how the fuck do I get here? Help me. Help me, chat. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, this way. Okay, I gotta go right. Yeah, all right. But wait, this is where I was trying to go. Right. Yeah. You gotta be aware of these things. Cultivating a good makeout jam mixtape list is important. It's really important. It says a lot about a person. Like honestly, like if I'm hanging out with somebody in a like we're just like hanging around, listening to music, just like being kind of like, you know, maybe we're gonna make out. Like it's you gotta. Yeah, it says things about you, the music that you play. Not only the music that you like, but like, you know, the situation, what you want to say to them. I come from a world in which giving somebody you have a crush on a mixtape. Listen, if I text message you a song I like, it means I think you're pretty cool. And I want you to know something about me. You're revealing something about yourself. I'm not saying that like good tunes is like, you know, a necessity for making out. You can make out in the silence. Sometimes just like, I mean, honestly, it depends on how into like the sound of making out you are. Cause like some people, that's real sexy. Other people, they're like, yeah, I don't need to hear that shit. It's true. I won't lie. I've made a cassette tape or two. Though to be honest, like mixed CDs was way more my jam. I was the first kid on my block, metaphorically speaking, to get a CD burner. So yeah, you better believe me and Napster, we were all about that shit. And now every time Sigur Rós comes on, I'm gonna be thinking about Smooch and Adam. I got you. That's how it works. I get in your head. The problem now, like, you know, I've had people send me like Spotify playlists and be like, I made you this playlist, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. But like the platform makes it so that if you don't have Spotify, then you can't curate those ads in there. So we've lost that art. There used to be, back before like copyright became like a really aggressive thing on the internet, there used to be a thing where you could make, I guess you could make someone a YouTube playlist. Everyone has access to YouTube. But that's like harder to carry around with you.
I've heard about you guys. We've got a squad mate waiting in a rocky stretch up ahead. Head on over.
Ah, yes,
just
our
remember
old
that there's nowhere to resupply out there.
Our old
If you
trip
need
through the
anything,
Iraqi
best to
stretch.
take care of it here while you can. What can I help you with?
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. If anybody out there has ever made out with one of my streams on in the background, ooh, girl, I'm impressed at your ability to make out to the sound of my voice and me playing a video game. Seriously, I'm pretty impressed. I couldn't do it. I couldn't make out to the sound of myself talking. All right. Do I need any scrap? No, I sure don't. Let's go. Have I ever tried? Oh my god. Could you imagine? Oh, that would be horrific. Yo, what's up, baby? You want to come over and I'm going to just put on this office hours playlist in the background?
For all of our brave androids fighting on the surface. Currently, our struggle against the machine life forms is at a stalemate. This battle has raged for far too long. I am sure all of you find the effort grueling. But now is not the time to give up. Now, more than ever, we must forge on.
You're not real.
Remember that several 100,000 humans on the moon
Don't believe
want
you.
nothing more than to return to Earth. Glory to mankind.
Glory to
Those
mankind.
council broadcasts are always...
Sorry, got a hack. Oh, this music's great. Oh, I got distracted. Ooh, I still did.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Hey, Jackass. How you
Hey.
doing?
Our leader told me all about you. Name's Jackass. Nice to meet you.
Jackass
I
is
hear
best
you're
girl.
planning to take out all the machines in the desert. Guess that means we need to get that entrance open.
Looks like it. So, Jack Ass, was it? What are you doing all the way out here?
Oh, that? Well,
Here's a weird thing. So you remember when we were playing through the first time,
Don't
and I was
trying to be
like,
a
man, why
hero,
does 9S
alright?
do all the talking? Now 2B is gonna just be this like weird background character.
Don't go trying to be a hero, alright?
Like she's just gonna follow us around and fight things. Weird. Yeah, like now she's especially
Who
irrelevant.
opens a sealed gate with explosives? There's gotta be an easier way, right?
I open your mom's sealed gate with explosives. She's a Skyrim companion. Yeah, exactly. Also, whose level is this? I guess ours? I guess that's... Like, it's obviously not 2B is level 35. Get wiggled on. Yeah, now she's just like hovering over me. Oh well. Ah, the desert.
This sand sure is slippery.
Gotta like really have
Careful.
to make an effort not to
We've
make
got
the
enemies
same
approaching.
dumb jokes I made the first time.
Android dash.
Putting a time limit on the hacking while mechanically makes a ton of sense. Makes me sad because I
Yeah,
really
I
want
heard from the
to.
resistance that they've been seeing this a lot lately.
I really want to listen to the
Couldn't
songs.
tell you why though.
Okay. Going around messing these guys up. Yeah, like it completely changes the tenor of the game now that we have 2B in like a secondary role. Cool. Did we do it? Did it get done? Yeah. Cool. Get this treasure chest. I knew it came down here for a reason. Wah. Complicated security protocols in that treasure chest. Project Gestalt Report 8. What's this? As Project Gestalt undergoes approval in countries across the world, we recognize there have been imperfections in how information has been regulated with regards to civilians. I was going to tell me about Zero Dawn. Until the safety of the final system has been verified, all information related to this matter is Level 4 classification. As such, its relation to the Ministry of Health and Welfare's life rehabilitation program must be kept strictly confidential. Furthermore, we ask that the following information be sent to all related personnel and organizations immediately. Clauses regarding compensation in the event information leaks are to be added to contracts with all partner companies. In the event of an information leak, ascertaining the source should be the company's top priority. Please refer to Countermeasures C for information on how it handled leaked information, as well as individuals who disclosed it. Project Gestalt. September 15. Wow, it was like 10,000 years ago. Project Gestalt. So a Gestalt is like a combination, a combining of things. A Gestalt entity is an entity made up of a bunch of them. So... Interessant. Right, and Gestalt has something to do, evidently, with one of the other NieR games that I have never played. Right, a hive mind. The Zerg intelligence is a kind of Gestalt. It's also a really fun word. Like hegemony. Okay. Yeah, I've heard there's some good, like, Dark Souls style, like, lore catch-ups. So yeah, I'll definitely check those out when I have some time after I beat the game. Fucking open the chest. What is your problem? What's happening? There we go. So I guess on this playthrough I should be able to get something up to the full, like, max level with the dude in the castle, right?
Delete. Exterminate. Enemy.
Scared. Enemy. Scared.
Do you think they even understand the concept of being scared?
I love the idea of an android questioning another AI's, like, feelings and stuff. I think that's so great. Because it's like, they look human, so we're meant to forget, I think, that the, we're meant to forget that the androids aren't really people. And so when we're reminded of that, when they say things like that, like, oh, do they even understand? You kind of have to be like, wait, except... Okay, here we go.
Kill enemy Y.
7, 5.
What's with the weird-looking outfits?
I've seen that sort of thing when I was going through some old data. It looks like what humans used to wear long ago. Certain human collectives used to use face paint like that too.
Okay, here's a take. Here's a thought. Knowing that don't spoiler this if I'm right or if I'm wrong. What if Project Gestalt actually put human consciousness into all the robots to save them from some kind of like alien invasion or whatever, and we're actually murdering all humans? What if that's what's happening? Oh no! What if that's what's happening? That'd be kind of intense. What if the aliens are really no, I don't know. I got nothing. Plants. What if they're plant aliens? Also, it wouldn't make any difference. I'd still murder them. But what's up with the moon people? What's the deal with the Moonanites? Ow. What's with the Moonanites?
Welcome to the mouth.
Sorry, the Lunarians. Also, Merciless Hat, welcome to the squad. Hey, Cypher. How you doing? We were just exploring this very surreal robot universe. Listen, if humans aren't real, then who wrote "The Moon Rules" #1 on the side of my car? Okay, so they're like scared and they don't want to fight, but I'm gonna blow them up anyway because I'm a PC and that's what we do. Boom!
It's fine. Their speech doesn't mean anything. They're just emitting words at random.
Yeah, that's
If
not...
they wanted help, why would they be attacking?
Oh man, 9S, you take some fucking leaps of logic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how he's just like, no, they're not. Don't worry about it. I want to kill them, so just gonna toe the old party line. Which, whatever, is fine. Like, you know, we talked about this a little bit before. They don't know any better. They're programmed not to know any better, so. But with a little luck, I don't know. Like, I guess, is this gonna be one of those, like, he discovers it was Earth all along and we discover it with him kind of things, you know? Oh my god, I was wrong. Or is it like, are we discovering things at a different rate than the characters? That's one thing that in games, at the very least, movies do this, movies and TV shows do this too, where the protagonist is a stand-in for us, and as they learn, so too do we. But there's also times where the characters know things that we don't know, and they behave mysteriously, and then we learn about the world as we learn about them. So I'm curious where this will fall in that regard.
Once, long ago, a volcano erupted. From the fires of the eruption, a god emerged. One day, the god appeared before the machines and said, "Consciousness, pain, joy."
This is 9S's voice, right?
Misery, fury, shame, desolation, the future. The meaning of life.
Oh, okay. Cool story, bro. Why did you tell me that story here now?
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area.
Oh, because of
Large
humans.
numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to by names such as apartment complex.
I wonder why they insisted on living in such large groups. Things must have been really
Ow,
dangerous
hey.
around here, huh?
Negative. Living conditions were mandated by economic imbalance and a lack of space.
Man, humans sure are weird creatures. Have we seen these things before?
I don't remember there being a gold tank here the last time that I was here, but okay.
They're speaking.
So we've seen gold enemies before, right? Remember right near the end? Ah, shit. Man, these are tense. I wonder what I get for beating this tank. Probably not actually that much. Okay, don't get anywhere near the edges of the thing. Shit. Woo! Yeah, they're not fucking around. Nope. Yeah. Oh, they're like world quests. Yeah, you pick up upgrade items and stuff from them. Cool. It's cool that they can be hacked, but that they can be hacked multiple times before you can kill them. Yeah, we saw two of them in the flooded city. Rip. There we go. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it really does seem like those gold enemies, like we skipped the last ones because their hit points were so high, but hacking does really seem to help. Yeah, so we'll definitely take on those other ones when we see them. All right. This
Target
guy.
confirmed. Let's get him.
Come back here. Wait, is Adam the boss of this section? I can't remember when we run into him, but I think he is. I think it's gonna be some of that sweet, what's it called? Weird robot womb jam soon. Yes, awesome. I'm hype. Fancy's Feathers, I haven't. I'm like passingly aware. I watched Gmart play a bunch of Metro, but I haven't played like any of it or reading the books or anything. It's totally missed. But they're making a new one, right? They're making like a Metro 2080 something, or yeah. I'll probably give it a try. Seems like a good opportunity to get in. Another series that I want to try out is Yakuza, the Yakuza series. Kind of always wanted to try that, but never really had an opportunity. Ow, god damn it. Yeah. Get wrecked, robot.
Run.
Come back, you nerd.
Not this way.
I wonder what makes them choose these words.
These are android bodies.
Hypothesis. They were killed by local machine life forms.
What are they doing here?
Unknown.
It's like they were gathered here.
There it goes!
Yes!
They don't give up. Run.
Ooh, I'm so excited. Here it comes.
Must run.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Give me that weird shit. Give me that weird shit.
Multiple machines detected ahead.
I want it. Oh, it's so much fun now that I know it's coming.
Stay focused.
Child.
Oh my god.
Child.
I'm sorry, chat. Can this
What
continue?
is this?
Don't listen to them, 2B.
Robot porn.
Together forever. Together forever. Carry me.
They don't have any feelings.
I didn't see this
They
one
just
last
imitate
time.
human speech.
Oh my
Let's
god.
take them out.
Feed me.
Oh man. Oh dear.
This.
Just a couple of robots just like really going to town on one another there. Oh, video games. I love you. You're amazing and weird. Like, just the fact that a game like this exists makes me really happy. Ooh, a +1 shockwave. Nice. More shockwaves is good. Yeah, I'm gonna hack one of these fuckers so he blows up. Yeah.
This cannot continue.
Here we go.
This cannot continue.
Hey, LZT, you're just in time.
This cannot continue. 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 This cannot continue.
Yes, here we go. Get freaky, robots. Ah, God, I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but they look like weird little beetles or like maggots or something crawling all over themselves.
What's happening?
Hi, so we have something for you. It's a sexy man. Thick
android?
cannot continue.
No.
He's not thick. This guy's not thick at all.
This is a machine.
Semantics. Hi. I'm gonna kill you later.
Why?
Can I hack him?
Fight.
Oh, I can hack him. Cool. I don't want to kill him. Jesus. Crap. He's very difficult to hack. Let's try again. Hacking your shit. You know, if he didn't have an identical twin brother, I'd say this character's was unique. Oh yeah, also I can read his name. It says Adam. Oh fuck. Okay, well it just makes more sense to laser him to death, honestly. Yeah, I wonder why. I guess it's just the model of character, or model of robot that we are. Haha. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh, you like that shit. Glorp. Dirty butt.
Is this really a machine?
I mean, that's debatable. Excuse me while I climb out of myself.
Damn it, not another one.
To be! We gotta get out of here!
Alright, Eve, Adam, see you two later.
Come on! Through that hole.
Run! Run, you little jerks! Alright, well, 2B was better at this than 9S is.
It stopped. Looks like we're safe now.
What the hell just happened?
I know. I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command.
I died just like the first time.
High flow areas may impede movement. It would be more efficient to traverse the rocky area instead.
Let's move to an area with better reception so we can contact command.
Ow. Okay. What's the point of making them look like kids? Do you mean what's the point of the androids, like in fiction, looking like children? Or do you mean like in the game?
Okay, this is good.
Because in the game, it
command
reflects
9S to bunker. Do you
like
copy?
innocence, right? It represents they like are easy to manipulate and kind of do what they're told.
We just encountered a pair of humanoid machines.
And then
We
a
weren't able
propensity
to
for
capture
learning,
them,
right?
But I
Like
have combat data ready for upload.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
in a way, kids are kind of a perfect video game protagonist because, like children, people playing video games do what they're told and learn a ton about the world. And I mean, like kids in the sense of like young people. Like she doesn't look like a child, but she definitely. They both look like teenagers or like very early 20s. Like look at her. Like she's not. That's not a grown up. Part of that too is that like it's harder to figure that out with like women characters because youth and beauty culturally are, for women at the very least, very intrinsically connected. It's much more difficult to make a woman character appear hot in the same way if she's older. That's a cultural thing. Unless her hotness and her olderness are like leveraged together. But yes, I would agree that 9S looks more like a teenager or like a kid than she does, for sure. Okay, cool. Let's turn this quest in.
Whew. I think we've earned a breather.
That's a really good point. Yeah, 9S's costume makes him look like a kid.
About our next move.
It's the short
I'm
pants.
Worried about the damage we took in that
last
battle with the machines.
Yeah, that's a good observation. It's like a school uniform.
We should return to the resistance camp to resupply and conduct maintenance.
All right, let's go back.
You got it.
Yeah, I think the trick or like the parallel or whatever there is that like with generally, and I mean I can't speak to all media forever and all cultures, but generally in sort of like mainstream presentation of female characters, they tend to be, their hotness and their youth tend to go hand in hand. Like if a character is hot, she's probably also young, unless we feel the necessity to point out that she's a hot older lady. Otherwise, she's just an older lady. Youth and attractiveness and the way those things scale is a very gendered. It's a very gendered presentation to the way that the characters are shown to us in the world. I'm gonna check my mail. I'm gonna take a second to check my mail. Yeah, look at all this stuff. According to our analysis team, your equipment was lost. Okay, we've seen that one. Thousands of years have passed since human was driven to the moon. We've seen this one. We've seen that one. And they've got new plug-in chips. I don't know if we saw that one. That one might mean we'll get some end of the... We might get some end of the game chips earlier.
Thanks for securing access to those desert resources. It's a huge help. I know it isn't much, but please take this.
Yeah, Matt,
it's the
give
least
it to
I
me.
Can do. Oh, and be sure to swing by if you ever need anything, all right?
All right. Please be sure to swing by if you need anything.
I hear you kicked some tin can ass out in the desert. So I guess, you know, thanks or whatever.
So tsundere. You're welcome, Baka. Oh yeah, I should check 2B's mail. No, same jam. Okay. I think the idea of like a pretty boy as like an attractive character too is that there's some transgressiveness in that type of character, right? Like a male identified male-oriented character who is androgynously attractive transgresses in a way that I don't want to say steals, but borrows some feminine attractiveness. They're attractive in a way that women are also attractive, which I think Japanese media does quite a lot of. That's what the sort of Vishinen thing. I mean, if you think about, imagine if you will, not in the world of NieR, but in the world of like our world. If suddenly we had to create androids that looked like people, and we created them for the purpose of war, right? Let's assume those two things were givens, right? Let's say it's a given that we have to create androids, and we have to create them to fight, and they have to look like people. What kind of people we create them to look like would be culturally determined, right? We would think of what our culture thinks of as like fighting people, and we would make them look like fighters. And so generally one would assume in this hypothetical we would make them look like men, because men are the ones that fight. But that's what I think makes the transgressiveness of, I mean, it's not really transgressive at this point, but that idea of transgression, of like the hot android, like, Kusanagi, right? Kusanagi is a transgression of that idea because she is physically, a super huge badass android, but she looks like a woman, which further is interesting because her attitude is pretty masculine, especially in the comic. We were talking about this, I think, a little bit, either during the pre-show of the Sprawl or last time we played, or maybe we were talking about it just like more generally, but Andrew and I were discussing this, about the idea of Kusanagi being, in the comic at least, like kind of like a butch lesbian. Like that's kind of her jam in the comic. And so she's transgressive across a lot of interesting kind of gendered behavior lines. Yeah, so I don't know, just things to consider, the way we present artificial life forms and their adopting of our understanding and beliefs about gender. Does human sexuality apply to androids? Well, and that's the question. It's a sins of the father kind of game, isn't it? Right? Human sexuality applies to androids in the sense that we would make. Hey, Pinclick, thank you. Thanks for hanging out, by the way. In the sense that the things we create are informed by our ideas, and I think yes. I think that to a degree, if we made human-seeming androids, we would impart to them our sexual ideas and understandings. And yeah, Kusanagi is different because she's not an android. That's true. That's very true. She's a cyborg. So her butchness, her persona in that way, is derived from her human nature. But yeah, I mean, we make objects, we make human-looking objects. I think it would be inevitable for us not to sexualize them, but they could potentially determine their own sexuality as determined by our programming of them, right? Like we talked about this earlier when we learned that the androids, their love response comes from fighting, not from that normative, like the way we fall in love. Not like there's a normative way for humans to fall in love. Atomic D, welcome back. Yeah, I don't think we could make androids that are totally different from humans. I don't think we can make anything that's alien, right? I think art, literature, drama, everything that we do, art is fundamentally a way to express or understand something about the human condition. And I think that when we create intelligence, at least initially, until we're able to create an intelligence that can self-understand and create, it's cursed, maybe? Blessed or cursed to be a part of the human experience because we made it. That's its fate. Everything we make comes from us. Yeah. Well, hey, here we are in the village. Let's take a quick break. And we'll come back. And I don't know, maybe we'll talk more about the human experience. Welcome to the channel, everybody.